All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Twiz, Tetris, Shock. I hear myself. 1 second. Who else did I not welcome? Welcome in, Carol and Matt, Twiz. All right, it's Connected versus night, and somebody ready to go. Okay. Well, we are waiting for Jabberbox in our lobby, and we'll get started here in just a moment. How's everyone doing? How's your Friday, if you just got off work, or your Saturday morning, if you're on the eastern half of the world? Yeah, tonight is Connected Teams night. We'll do some 3v1 friendlies for players of all skill levels. So if you're looking to play, be sure to join the Discord at discord.gg/enhance. With that being said, we have a pretty full queue already with 4 groups. So no promises. Early bird gets the worm in this scenario. But welcome in, Got Yo Sauce. I'm doing good. Not too shabby. I've had like a weird, not cold, feels like bronchitis over the last like few weeks, but it seems pretty good right now. So hopefully if I cough, sorry in advance, but I'll just put on the chat window here. But yeah, we're about to get started here. Just looking for Jabberbox. If you're out there, I'm going to send Jabberbox a friendly DM, just in case. Or if you're listening, Jabberbox, there you are. Hop in the lobby. I'm exhausted, but the weekend is soon, yeah. Excited for the weekend myself. Just got back from a less than ideal trip to the coast. Less than ideal. Isn't it nice and warm there? All right. So we're about to get started with Group 1. We have Dawn, Steel Sword, Carol, and Jabberbox in Group 1. Worst comes to worst, I see we have Cool Matt. Maybe Cool Matt can replace Jabberbox. Let's see here. Jabberbox or Twiz. Or I'm sorry, Cool Matt or Twiz can replace Jabberbox, and we'll move Jabberbox to Group 2 maybe. No Ferox tonight, so I am the Q Arbiter. All right. Yeah, Jabberbox is usually pretty hype and then forgets about it or something. Or they're eating dinner, who knows. Yeah, Twiz, do you want to hop in here? And then we'll get Cool Matt in Group 2. I think Cool Matt might be a little bit higher rated than you. And then Jabberbox, we'll fit Jabberbox in somewhere. Yeah, Twiz, hop in here. We'll get you so we can get started, and then we'll get Jabberbox in later. Or the next game. Twiz, you say that every time, but I think 50% of the time at least, you show up, you do some work. Don't be embarrassed. But yeah, looking forward to the weekend. Anybody playing any new games? Of course, everyone is going to be playing Tetris of the Tetris Effect variety, myself included, most likely. I've been playing through Doom Eternal. Been on a Doom kick. Twiz is playing They Should Be Boss. That's up to you. It might be more fair if Twiz is on the team. Either way, you guys can swap between games too. Looks like everyone is in here, and I'm ready when you guys are. Once Steel Sword... Oh, there we go. Steel Sword is ready. Let's hop into it. OTC, where is it? Show yourself. There we go. Bellatra. I still haven't played Bellatra. I feel like I would love it. So maybe it's for the best. Thing is, I already have so many games to play right now on my catalog. So, no Bellatra for now. Yeah, for example, Doom is a game I put off. I had Doom Eternal on sale for a while, and then I started playing it, and it's such a good game. All right. Quick zone for the team here. Twiz looking to spam, keep that open well, which is ideal because I think Twiz is the only one to the bottom here, so smart play from Twiz. Generally, if you are playing on a team, once you are going to enter that zone phase, it's a good idea to see where your teammates are at, and whoever is lowest to the board should keep that open Tetris well, and the other players can kind of stack however they would like. But generally, whoever's lower to the board, make sure you have that open Tetris well, because if you go into the zone phase with no lines cleared, you are going to have a stronger attack. All right, so good team play so far. Carol is doing a pretty good job. Looks like no misdrops from Carol so far. Has a Tetris ready. Decides to use the first long bar to continue stacking. Hopefully I can get another long bar soon for this defense. There we go. Double Tetris for Carol before that zone. Crucial. And the zone should be ending soon. 17 line is cleared. 115 attack. And, ooh, pretty powerful. But Carol is on this Virgo here, so can stall the game and take time to defend if they choose to do so. Virgo Gaming. Oh, no audio. I'm sorry. There we go. There's the Area 3 banger. Sorry about that. I was just so immersed in the gameplay, I wasn't reading chat. Yeah, I've talked about this on stream the last few. Anytime we're playing Connected Versus, Area 2 is generally my favorite music, but I don't know what it is. Area 3 has grown on me, so it's like it might be my favorite at this point. Just the chill vibes that come with Area 3 music. Maybe I'm becoming less intense as a person as the years go by. All right, so what's the status here? Carol is going to want to put on some pressure because it seems like Carol opted not to defend a whole lot. If Carol can get a kill here on Steel Sword, that would be ideal. Is able to do that, so nice going by Carol to likely dampen the... Actually, Carol is close to topping out the team here if she gets another bump up. Pretty risky play by her. For not defending, especially on Virgo, right? Generally, players will defend on Virgo when the no hold blitz, or not no hold, no rotation blitz is in effect, which is Virgo's signature blitz. However, Carol decided to play a bit more aggressive, and it might pay off. These two are kind of vrooming through this zone. Carol might want another defense orb. There we go, there's one. Kind of curious how much this zone is going to put on pressure. Definitely want to make sure you're getting Tetrises during your defense to speed up that defense charge rate. And that's going to do it, dang. Carol almost had the out there. I was able to dampen the attack a bit by taking out the center player, but that will be it for game number 1 here. And looks like Jabberbox is back. Twiz, if you're willing to swap out, we'll get Jabberbox in here for this game. Very nice. Nice try, Carol. Oh, looks like Carol wants to get back to boss. Coming back with the vengeance here. And yeah, Jabberbox is on the way. Yeah, that was a close game. Steel Sword. Nicely done in the zone. Even just keeping it together, you don't need to be super speedy or anything like that. Not, especially during team zones. Seemed like no one on the team really floundered. You were able to get pretty high on both zones, so nicely played. Jabberbox apologizing. No worries, Jabberbox. Actually, you know what? Tetris is your highest priority. You should have been here at the start, but we'll let it slide this time. Carol saying they warmed up, but it wasn't a good rep. All right, we'll see rep number 2 here. Sometimes the best way to warm up is to actually throw yourself out there, especially if you're not used to being on camera or the pressure of that, right? The more you do that, the more it's just, you don't really, it doesn't make a difference if you're playing on or off camera. Guess I'm very toxic, Tetris. Oh. Steel Sword, make sure you're in the player slot there. You're in a spectator right now. There we go. Wide Peepo happy. Welcome in. Celica. Redemption. Yeah, let's see it. Carol back at it on Virgo here. Jabberbox subbed in for Twiz. All right. It's that early no rotation. It's a nice start for Carol. Already getting 2 attacks, able to charge up a little bit. Seems like nobody on the team was able to get that quick Tetris or yeah, Jabberbox with the most contribution there, but here we go into the zone. Starting 2 lines up. Shouldn't matter too much, but it is notable, especially if you are going for that 18, 19, 20 line. Well, 20s are pretty rare, but if you're going for that 18, 19 line bonus, having that extra 2 lines cleared at the bottom is definitely going to be advantageous for your zone power. And by the way, I know I note this every time I announce in the Discord or on our Steam post, platform news post, but if anyone ever has any questions or anything is unclear, I know we have new players all the time, like a lot of new players that might not have played multiplayer before that are lurking. Be sure to ask questions, and myself or somebody in the chat will help you out if anything is unclear. Oh, welcome in, Nedlo. Nedlo off work next week. Very nice. Are you on? Are you going anywhere? Taking a vacation? taking a staycation. A staycation is my preferred method of vacation. Especially because I get to travel for work. So it's like, I don't know. Staycation is just the way to go for me. Tetris will not help anyone. So, yeah, somebody in the chat will help you. Not Tetris, but somebody will. All right, so Carol did have a better defense going into this phase. Shouldn't be under pressure for a kill from the team. Does seem like Carol likes to play aggressive, doesn't opt for defense too often, which is totally fine. It's just it's more of an all-in play if you play like poker or any card games or strategy games. All-in is a huge term in a game like StarCraft, for example. Generally, I feel like that's the vibe I get from a player if they're not defending in phase 2 or 3, like earlier on, is they want to apply that pressure, play a bit aggressive. And it's paid off for Carol, who might get another top out here on Steel Sword. Although it didn't dampen the attack too much. So it's kind of it's a little bit of a gamble. You have to be confident in your ability to put on that pressure, which Carol is doing right now. As we see, Got Yo Sauce and Jabberbox are pretty high up on the board. Jabberbox is getting the line clears needed here to hit the zone. And Got Yo Sauce kind of just playing patient. You know, that's actually a pretty good call, considering. Okay. Ooh, that no-row really messed up Jabberbox. Oh, man, take your time. Ah! Okay, Got Your Sauce is going to have to clutch this. Looking like they could probably get in the zone here, at least. There we go. So a solo zone from Got Yo Sauce. Be sure to not top out here. Woo! So close. All right. So starting 13 lines in. However, if Got Yo Sauce can move pretty quickly here and get a nice early zone, it could put on some pressure, but really it's going to looking like, yeah, nothing out of Got Yo Sauce there. Because of the 13 lines already entering the zone with 13 lines cleared and then only clearing 1 or 2 lines, not going to send much of anything to Carol. So Carol's aggression paid off, but it's not over. Steel Sword is going to revive shortly. Ooh, I love it. I love it when the players are in sync with the claps, because there's kind of like cushion room there for... you can be out of sync with the claps, if that makes sense. But when the players are in sync, so they clap at the same time, that's I love that. If I notice my teammate is not clapping at the same rate as I am, I try to match them. I don't know. I assume other players do that. Just to... it feels right. It feels better. Yeah, full send. Full send is that's a more modern way to say all in, I feel like. I need to add full send to my vernacular for sure. That's interesting. I never really thought about doing that. So it's saying they basically close their eyes and stay with the beat of the music, so if someone is clapping offbeat, it really messes me up. That's kind of interesting. If you're confident in your rhythm, I mean, yeah, that should work, right? Although you have to be confident in your teammates' rhythm. Yeah, Jabberbox had a rough go there, but not over just yet. Or not Jabberbox, I'm sorry, Steel Sword. But Jabberbox is also looking to top out depending on how this twist plays out. No rotation at the top. Yeah, you can't really stagger for too long. So it's up to Got Yo Sauce here once again. And up next will be, I know I'm already, I still have faith in Got Yo Sauce, but up next we're going to have Aiken, Twiz, Shock, and Oliver be ready to play. And maybe Twiz, since you already played a game, we could swap you out for Cool Matt for one of the games. If you're down for that. So that Cool Matt can get in here. Ooh, and there it is. Carol back with the vengeance. Put on that aggression. Full send, as Twiz says. There we go. GG. Nice A rank for Carol. And yeah, we'll hop into the next lobby here. So good games. Thank you guys for showcasing your skills. All right, so next group, we're going to have Aiken, Twiz, Shock, and Oliver, the Floofderg. Hop on in. Give you guys a courtesy ping. Oliver, Shock. Twiz. And Aiken. Okay. Oh, Jabberbox trying to get a friendly zone battle in on the side. Very nice. All right, no rush, Shock. I think we're waiting for Aiken to join anyways, and yourself. Oops. Anybody have any new Tetris PBs, personal best recently? I've been trying to de-rust a little bit myself. I was playing just some Sprint and Ultra, trying to match at least my previous scores. You got a Tetris with a sub 20 sprint on TEC. Dang, so you're faster than Jaden. Very nice. By a lot. Well, pretty quick improvement since TECWC Tetris, so maybe we'll see you as a champion sometime this year. New PB of losses. Twiz, you gotta bring that. You gotta balance that negative energy. I believe in you, Twiz. 20 loss streak though. That's what molds you into a better player. I've certainly had massive loss streaks in Tetris and other games, and then you come out of it stronger. You know, it's like a Saiyan in like Dragon Ball Z. You know, the more injured you are, the stronger you get after your power up. Or any anime for that matter. That's how it is when you are down bad in Tetris. Trust me. You're just going to wake up the next day and feel better, stronger, faster. Got a few solo curve trisses and connected. Very nice. Have I had a curve tris, connected curve tris? I think I've had one or two. They were kind of a fluke. When does the power up happen? Eventually. Comfortable with T-spins. Yeah, that's a big hurdle for a lot of people, but eventually it'll click. I was really slow to picking up T-spins. I mean, this was before like there's so many resources out there now to learn T-spinning, which is great. Not to show my age in the community or anything, but that wasn't always there. So I didn't learn T-spins until I had like a sub 40 sprint. That's something I still want to work on too, is the T-spinning. It's so satisfying when you get in the groove, though. The T-spin triple. You know what, the triple I found easier to learn because the setup is a little bit more obvious. It's just literally you see the T piece within a 3x3, right? You just have to create the overhang. Actually, I've picked up triples a lot easier than T-spin double setups personally. Double triple cannon, DT cannon. Yeah, if you are looking to pick up on T-spins, opener is learning openers is a nice way to kind of pick it up in the mid game too, right? So if you practice an opener, say like the DT cannon, like Twiz mentioned, eventually you'll even just see that setup in the mid game, like, oh, here's my opener setup and here's my piece preview. I can go for this, right? So you can go for like mid game DTs, or if you do ST stacking from like score attack, even in zone battle, you can pick up on, oh, I can just prop a Z or S piece against this well to set up for a T-spin, right? So, yeah, looking up different pattern stacking methods is definitely a way to go. All right, so I don't know if Aiken is around. If Cool Matt, are you ready to play? We can have Cool Matt hop in. I'll Cool Matt at courtesy ping. All right, Matt is here. You ready for full send? All right. Twiz is on the boss here as Taurus. Ready to full send. Any defense out of you, Twiz? No defense? Maybe like 3/4 send? 4/5 send? All right, looks like Matt is in here. Good luck, have fun. When you are ready, be sure to ready up. 9 out of 10 send, okay. That's pretty good. Pretty close to full send. Can round it up. All right, let's do this. Ooh, that early giant piece. Okay, Taurus is pretty strong in the right hands, right, for sure. Even when I lose against Taurus, it's one of my most, I think it's one of the most fun bosses to try to play against because of the counterplay that you have available. The typical counterplay I go for personally is just making sure that if you have an even stack horizontally, when the giant pieces spawn in, you can typically get like some giant piece clears using multiple giant pieces, right? The other option that I see players do that I would like to give a go is setting up a 4-wide. So generally, if you have a 4-wide open, that should allow you to throw any piece down the left or right side, right? So that's something I want to try more. I guess you could even do a center 4-wide with that giant pieces. That seems kind of funny. Nice team play so far. Twiz is on full send. Has 4 orbs for defense already. Looking like they're on pace for 5th. All right. So about halfway up the board, and you can see that top line on Twizz's board is a little bit grayed out. So just like a quick, you probably don't even need a Tetris to clear that line defense-wise. Some misdrops from Twizz, though. Kind of a hard board to work with, but there we go. Getting a few teaspoons will make up for those mistakes in terms of efficiency. Matt is here is kind of rooming along, though. Nice zone meter contribution so far. So with any Area 1 boss, so any of the blue avatar bosses, there is a blitz. The soft drop blitz is part of Area 1. So Shock trying to think of what to do here with these giant pieces. But soft drop can be pretty limiting in terms of speed. So it takes a lot of pressure off the boss if you know that the team can't be moving too quick to charge up their zone. Nice double from Shock. We do have a top out here from Oliver, but it's going to be tough. It's going to come down to how these players handle these giant pieces for sure. Matt has a giant piece in the hold queue. Got to be careful about that. So does Shock. Going to be tough given how high up on the board they are already with that rain. Let's see if Matt can pull something off here. Oh my god. Barely. Not over till it's over. If Matt can just hang on for a little. Oh no. I think very close to the revive there for Oliver. That bump up sealed the deal. Close round there. Especially because Twizz was on full send. So when players are on full send mode and not defending, even if you get like 1 or 2 players in a zone, you will still put pressure on that boss, right? So definitely got to play safe when the boss is in full aggression like that. Easier said than done, especially with the giant pieces. The counterplay is pretty tricky. All right, well, we can retry if you guys want to run it back here against Twizz, or you can switch it out if somebody else wants to play boss. Looks like Twizz is down to run it back if you are. Oh, we're going to get Oliver on boss. Very nice. Okay. And Oliver rocking the Area 4 here. All right, so we got a Capricorn pick from Oliver. Oh, zoom out. I guess we can zoom in a little bit. So Capricorn is definitely one of the stronger bosses when it comes to high-level play, for sure. It can give you Triminos, Pentaminos, Broken pieces, but I think Broken is the hardest to deal with right now. And then, yeah, every Area 4 boss will have high stakes. Kind of throwing some Tetris pieces on your board, or your long bars on your board, as you would see in like the effect mode countdown. There's also the chance for no hold and no next in Area 4. So there's a lot of potential attacks, especially from Capricorn. I think Pentaminos might be the easiest to counterplay. Triminos isn't too bad, but as Triminos and Pentominos level up, or as the game goes longer, they'll be a bit harder to deal with. I think early on, though, you can maybe take advantage of Pentominos with some clever stacking. Broken, however, Broken can oftentimes stall the players. The players might just want to wait out the blitz if there's no obvious counterplay available. So we got that Pentomino. And there we go. Pentomino could be fun. I think it's satisfying when you get a 5-high Tetris, a Pentris, I guess. Ooh, a little misdrop from Twiz, but not too big of a deal. Twiz is moving quickly through that Pentomino blitz. Very nice. And some nice meter contribution from Matt during the Pentomino blitz. Another Pentomino, so I think the players are doing a good job. Yeah, kind of a tricky, I wasn't sure where to put that either, Shock. I think Shock made the right call. Shock thinking through some of this piece placement. Looking like the team is going to hit that zone. Oliver is pretty low to the board, meaning throwing in defense, so shouldn't be too worried going into this team zone. However, Twiz with an immaculate board here, they're going to enter the zone with 0 lines cleared, which is ideal. So potential for a big attack from the team. Now Oliver, I have had the chance to watch Oliver over the past community showcases, and I think Oliver was in our full moon hangout this past weekend. I was watching their zone battle. Oliver's pretty good at mixing in T-spins into the play, especially as a new player, so I think speed will come with time. With that being said, if Oliver mixing a T-spin here and there, should be able to bolster their defense for sure. T-spins are slightly nerfed and connected though, so generally if you are new to the game, I would advise just spamming Tetrises, keeping it simple with that 0-9 well, especially with that one piece preview, right? It can be hard to force T-spins if you're not too comfortable with your pattern stacking. Oh my goodness, that attack hit really hard. I don't think Oliver was ready for that. And nicely played from the team, especially keeping it to a 0 line clear going into that zone. Yeah, SS is in S, so definitely no slouch from Team Twiz, Shock, Matt. So Oliver shouldn't be too upset there. Okay, I think those were 2 quick games. We probably have time for one more with this group, and then we'll hop into group 3. So bonus round for you guys. Generally doing 20 to 25 minutes per group, so I think you guys have some time here. Okay. And then on deck, we're going to have Night Shadow, Tetri, Mr. Antimatter, and Grass Pelt. You ready to play? Oh, is Aiken back? Oh, if Aiken's around, we could do a round with Aiken, actually. That's good. Good call. Sorry. Twiz, if you'd like to sit one out, I think Twiz has had the most games. Getting the most out of our community showcase. All right, there's Aiken. Very nice. So we'll get around in with Aiken here. We have Matt on boss. All right, so what else do we have? So we have the Aquarius pick from Matt. Another area for boss, so you're going to see that no hold, no next blitz, as well as high stakes. But the signature blitz of Aquarius is that squeeze blitz, which I think is underrated. There is good counterplay for it, but you got to be careful not to stack too high in the center during the Aquarius blitz. It can really... it can go from 0 to 100 real quick in terms of pressure applied if you're not too careful. Maybe we'll see that in action here. Nice tuck there from Shock. So we're ready for that long bar in the center now. There we go. Uh-oh. Unfortunate misdrop with that long bar. But it might not be too bad, yeah. Because the team did clear some lines quickly. Sent a pretty standard attack to Matt there. Oh, Twiz saying, picked up the Taurus playstyle after watching the 3v3 tournament. Topping out OSW easily. Or Team OSW. Yeah, Taurus is really strong. Especially if you can hit that rain blitz, like, very quickly. To kind of ruin the parity or the evenness of the boards. Because you want to even board horizontally to stack those giant pieces, right? So Taurus in the right hands could be very devastating. Looking like the team should be able to get to that zone phase once again. Matt is in a pretty comfortable position, shouldn't be topping out or anything like that. Probably was... Matt did mix in some attacks, so slowly becoming stronger, charging up. And the longer the boss lasts, the stronger the attacks will become. They kind of like level up in a sense, so the squeeze should squeeze a little bit more and hinder the board of the team even further. This is a pretty tough team to deal with, so we'll see how this matchup plays out. Matt does seem to have the speed for boss, so generally with boss, speed is pretty important with boss. You want to kind of Tetris quickly to get that defense, send more attacks, right? Whereas I think slower play can work better as a team player in terms of strategy. All right, so there's that squeeze. As you see, like, if you move quickly through this, you are, over time, going to be stacking more in the center. So when you have the option, you want to be sure to stack on the left and right side. Like, Aiken did a good job of propping that T piece to the right side during that, just to get the most out of that, get the most verticality possible in that moment. So Aiken handled this pretty well. Is Tetris ready? Go, nice Tetris for Aiken. Shock not in the worst position, but not in a position to get a lot of zone charge. Generally, you want to go for Tetrises for quick zone charge. Aiken under some pressure here in the middle. So that squeeze is catching up. This is a tough time to make a decision as boss because you're like, do I want to keep pressuring to try to top out a player here? But Matt opted for a little bit of defense. I think Matt can survive here. Going to need a pretty good defense, though. Or vice versa. The team's going to want a strong attack. This could be make or break here, depending on how this is played. Rough misdrop for Matt. Does have the T-spin set up. But I definitely wanted that follow-up Tetris. Hitting those T-spins. T-spins do contribute quicker to that zone meter. This might be it, though, because I don't think Matt's low enough, yeah. And those misdrops will do it. Misdrops kind of inflating or raising Matt's board in addition to hindering the defense power via less Tetrises. So nice play from the team there. GG. And we are going to move on to group number 3. So Night Shadow, Tetris, and whoever else is in group 3. Night Shadow, Tetris, Mr. Antimatter, and Grass Pelt make your way to the lobby. Nice games. I feel like we had mostly boss wins there. I guess so far tonight. Or, I'm sorry, I guess team... No, it's been balanced. I guess it's been somewhat balanced. Alright, so Mr. Antimatter is here. Tetris is here. Looks like Tetris opting to swoop in for that boss slot. Welcome in, McCry. How are you doing? So we're just waiting for Grass Pelt. Okay. What's everyone's favorite boss to play against? I mentioned Taurus earlier. Scorpio can be fun to play against. Also, Leo playing Invisible. Well, that's probably a little more divisive in terms of who likes to play against that. Hello. Okay, that was weird. Maybe my plug was loose or something. I don't know if Grass Pelt is around. Maybe Aiken if you'd like to play another game because you only got one in. I think Aiken's probably the closest to this lobby. See if Aiken wants to play. Surprised no grass pelt. All right, Aiken's hopping in here for another game. Stream froze? No, okay. And it looks like Tetris will play boss or team. Okay. Yeah, stream should be fine. No dropped frames here. I am connected. We may not all be connected, but I certainly am connected. All right, Team Tetris. Team Tetris as the boss, I guess. A team of one. Tetris, are you lagging? Are you messing me up? Are you sabotaging me? Oh, there we go. All right, we get to hear some Area 2 music tonight. Yeah, it's like a little lag on Tetris side. We can see on the delay of the pieces. Not that bad, though. All right, so we have a Libra pick from Tetris. Libra will send the hard block. It's a very aggressive pick. I know I mentioned earlier now Carol's kind of playing all in. I feel like there's definitely windows where you can go all in with Libra, like pretty early on if you have the speed, if you have the need for speed. Because the defense options are not really there for Libra. There's not really a time where the team's going to be stalled. The team can kind of speed through hard block. Nothing is really slowing the team down. However, you still got to be careful when you are speeding through hard block. And generally, you want to place your hard blocks in a way where you don't, where you lose verticality. So, for example, if you have a long bar hard drop, be sure to place it horizontal because you'll need less line clears to get rid of it. All right, a solid 17 zone pretty quick from the team there, but a nice defense from Tetris. Like just under, or I guess it is a quarter of the board, or just under with the dampened single line there. All right. Debating going Crab for your boss earlier. Yeah, Crab, aka Cancer, is certainly fun to play against. And fun to play as. I like playing as Crab just because of how the unstable works, and that's a good time for you to defend as well, right? I think Crab is a wholesome pick, just because, like, personally I find Crab fun to play against, and it's, like, not super weak either. It can be fun to play as a boss, so it's, like, a win-win. I don't think it's, like, the strongest boss pick in the game, but it's, like, not bad. Okay. So looking like we'll hit that team zone, and Tetris is going to take that time to defend a little bit, bring this down. Only has 2 lines. Might be able to bring it down even further. There we go. Nice team play. Nice play from both sides. Probably wise to go for that defense. If Tetris can get to a later part of the game where the Libra is a bit stronger, then they can go for that all in. Trying to go full send or go all in earlier on his Libra is very risky. Whereas if you can do it generally after like the team zones 2 or 3 times, I feel like Libra will hit really hard if you just go full send and have the space to do so if you're not too high on your board. Another 17 from Team Bobo, sponsored by We RPX 4900. What a team name! All right, so Night Shadow with the center well here. Aiken keeping it low. I do like to see different play styles on a team, and I think generally it's good play to have somebody that does play a bit lower. Tries to like maybe Tetris right away. Don't play too aggressive in case you need to go for those revives. But it's hard to say. Also, against Libra, I feel like less so that and more so you want to just try to charge as quickly as possible because nothing is going to be hindering your team play necessarily. Like no soft drop, no rotation, no Capricorn broken or anything like that. So because, for example, Night Shadow placed that long bar vertically, as you see, it kind of created a pretty big divot. It can be hard to notice that in the moment, but generally you're going to want to place your hard blocks horizontally for that reason. With that being said, Night Shadow's still keeping the board really low. I'm using some clever spins, given that really weird setup there to survive here. And looking like it might come down to Night Shadow here to clutch it out. We'll see if they're able to do that. The zone charge isn't too bad, and I feel like there is some space here to work with. Night Shadow's having trouble filling in the that back-to-back Z piece is not ideal. That twist actually kind of helped out. It's kind of a tough call here. It can't place over the board there. It's going to top it out. But nicely played from Tetris. Definitely tricky to deal with all of those hard blocks. But yeah, Night Shadow's board was so empty, which is like a bad thing. It's hard to get line clears. And GG. Looks like no grass pelt yet, if you guys want to play another game. And then possibly after this game, Group 4, be ready to play. Up next, we're going to have Chompy, Salil, Tizago, and Silica. Cool. And they are going right back into it. I didn't even see it was going to be the boss yet. All right, so we've got Aquarius here. So Squeeze Blitz is making a return. Double long bar misdrop from Aiken, but totally fine. Yeah, I can easily open up that well again. No one has picked the Dawn so far tonight. Twiz is requesting a Tetramidian pick. Maybe from Group 4 here. Okay. So there's that squeeze splits. Kind of tough on, so yeah, Bobo Mr. Man already has a pretty high center, so I'm going to stack a little bit higher. So we see that verticality already on Bobo's stack here, aka Mr. Antimatter. But handling it pretty well, just kind of speeding through it. Usually throwing speed at it will help. If Bobo can access that left well at some point, they'll be in excellent condition. Aiken has a nice board to put on some pressure here. Opting to... This is a good time to defend, kind of force your opponents to stack during the squeeze blitz, as they'll be hindered a little bit. Generally are going to play a little slower. But the team doing an excellent job and charging quite quickly, actually. Oh, you're okay, Grass Pelt. We could probably mix you into Group 4 if you would like to get a game in. I think you're generally... You were like on the... You and somebody else were the divided line for Group 4, so we can get you in Group 4. Okay. We're getting a lot of 17-line team zones tonight. A lot of Decahexatrices. Now, Aiken under pressure here at the top. Kind of curious what the move will be here. Can definitely try to play through this. Might want to clear down one or two more lines, at least, to give you that comfort to play aggressive. It looks like Aiken's going to opt for at least one more here. There we go. No attacks yet out of Aiken, so the team is charging zone quite quickly. Aiken doing a defense full send, which is interesting. It doesn't seem that bad. I mean, Aiken is bringing the board down quite a bit. But I think mixing in one or two attacks will slow down the team zone still and allow you to defend even further. But yeah, Aiken throwing that speed should be fine to survive this. Oh, it doesn't want to, I guess. I don't understand what's happening there. Okay, well, Aiken tops out. And Team Bobo, Night Shadow, and I already forget. Tetris, move on. With the sassy grade. Okay, so we're gonna get group number 4. Real quick, I need to step away to pick up a delivery outside. So chat, be right back. Also, group number 4, I'll give you a courtesy ping before I do that. We have Grass Pelt, Salil, I believe Nighting, whoever's in group 4. Oh wait, Nighting, are you playing? Nighting, we can get you in one game. We'll get some extra group 4 games going because I think there's 6 people in there. Tizago. You know what? I think everyone is here already. I don't even need to do the courtesy ping. Okay. All right. So, you know what? Actually, let's just get this game going. It's going to be commentary-less. Just imagine I am sitting watching with you guys in the chat. But if you guys are ready to play, we can get started. Looks like Tizago is going to be Sagittarius. All right, good luck, have fun. and I will be right back. Just give me one moment. Boom Perfectress for Team Chompy. Silica and Salil. I'm back. Okay. Not an ulti. Was it close to an ulti there? Ooh, some rough misdrops here from Tizago. But Tizago is a capable player, can probably make quick work of this. Ooh, that longboard can't wait. Nice pause for that Tetris. Playing aggressive. Commend the aggression here. So even with all these misdrops, there are going to be ways that high-level players can continue to downstack the board, excuse me, while maintaining efficiency. And Tizago is doing just that, mixing in T-spins, doing what's called counting to 4. So stacking Tetrises open over these open wells. So nicely played so far. And the board is pretty low, so Tizago getting in this last little bit of defense and can continue to downstack during the zone phase. So, all right, very nicely played from Tizago, given the situation. Bringing this down. I guess downstacking sooner than later, just to make sure that Tizago doesn't get cheesed with like a quick zone. Because this team should be able to zone quite quickly, as we see a bunch of speedy players. Yes, Twiz is right. Misdrops can be elaborate T-spin setups in the right player's hands. Salil stacking pretty nicely here. All the players seem capable for potential ulti. Oh, I think they got it! 20 line attack, ultimate Ultimaturist from Team Chompy. Silicon Salil, very nice. Putting Tizago more than halfway up the board, and Tizago's no slouch, so if you can hit that ulti, it is going to pay off. All right. So what is Tizago's response? I think Tizago's going to try to put in the aggression here. Sagittarius can really, really mess up opponents' boards when played quickly. And just as with any Area 1 boss, going all in or going full send is generally strong because soft drop only pops in a lot for Area 1 as a area blitz. So you know that they're not going to be able to charge up the zone meter too quick to deal with your aggression or to force a zone. So this is pretty much make or break. Tizago decided this is the time to try to get the team kill. But if the team survives, Tizago is going to be in a world of trouble. So far, the pedal to the metal for Tizago is putting on a ton of pressure. As our first top out, Chompy and Salil are still in it. But look, they only have halfway in terms of a zone meter charge, so it's like Chompy is next to top out unless they continue to stagger here. That rain is going to say no, and nicely played from Tizago, kind of knowing when to just be like, all right, I'm only sending attacks. I'm going to do it quickly, and I'm going to outpressure this team here, despite the ulti. Yeah, it can be tough to deal with an all-in player from an Area 1 boss, so kind of all in. I feel like there is always a backup route for Tizago there, like even if they just knock out 1 or 2 players, they can go resume defense, but nicely played. Nicely played. Grasspelt saying, I'm going to join now to get a curb. Feel free. So yeah, we'll rotate through players here. I think you guys are all good with that. We can do a few extra games just because it is a 6-player group. Cool. Yeah, I thank you guys for swapping so quickly. That was really quick. That's an SS friend lobby right there. SS friendship. Ooh, that was a really quick double attack from Knighting. And then charge up those attacks very quickly. Another Aquarius pick. Popular pick tonight. So we're going to see more of that squeeze blitz. Definitely, that was a nice play from Tizago to help out Grasspelt there. I wasn't sure if that was going to top out or not. So Grasspelt wanted to get a curb here. Looks like somebody probably stacked over their Q there. No problem. Still a quick 18, putting on some pressure on Knighting. Early squeeze. You gotta be careful not to overstack in the center here. Celica doing an excellent job. Keeping it. I cannot get the T-spin because the squeeze is in the way. That's kind of funny. So as soon as this blitz leaves, excuse me. There we go. Celica hits the. Oh man, that super T-spin got denied from that high stakes blitz. So another squeeze. No long bar, unfortunately. Celica. I'm going to have to stack in the center here. Not getting the best pieces given the timing. So here we go, and this is what you gotta be careful for. So we have a high center already from Celica, not able to clear those lines on the left and right. So this incoming attack from Knighting could put on some pressure. The team's only halfway through. I think Knighting almost went for a perfect clear there, I'm not sure. But yeah, if Knighting can manage to top out even one player here, they're going to be looking... They're going to be poised for an even better attack towards the team after the zone. So Celica kind of understanding the situation, deciding to stall this out given their board height. Because if you continue stack in the center here with a bad timely or an untimely high stakes, you will top out and... Sorry, wait. I'm about to cough. Okay. I managed to unmute to mute my mic in time before I had a coughing fit. Coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. All right, so the team this is interesting. There's a 19, not the best overhang there for Grass Pelt to deal with in that situation. Welcome in, Liam. How are you doing? How's your Tetris journey as of late? Grasspelt waiting that one out. I like it. Yeah. Waiting out the squeeze is not the worst thing to do, especially if it's going to just force you to stack in a way where that high stakes, that incoming high stakes, it can really like mess you up so quick if you're not careful about it. So I think all these players are experienced enough to know there's going to be times when you just don't want to stack during a squeeze. Just knowing you can move so quickly up your board if you don't deal with it properly. Grasspelt going to continue to wait this out, just knowing they're already halfway up the board until they see the optimal piece placement. Yeah, that incoming piece, unable to throw it down the right side here, so there we go. Just waiting that out. Nicely played there from Grasspelt, bring it down quite a bit. There's that high stakes. All the players doing a pretty good job. So this is a close matchup. I think Grasspelt is the lowest. Yeah, 5 lines there. Very fast team. I think Dezago, probably one of the faster players, seems at least tonight. So they should be able to build up their zone quite quickly. Jabberbox saying, Area 4 has some of the best music in the game because of that part with the electronic bass line. It's super good. What SR are these players? I believe these players are around the 11,500 plus range for connected versus. Yeah, Liam, we can get you in for probably one game. If somebody's willing to sit out. Whoever has played 2 games already. If you're cool with that. Okay, we'll get you in next game, Liam. All right, Grasspelt is in trouble. So I think Knighting is just going all in here, it seems. If it makes sense, maybe they'll reduce the board by 1 line, but... oh, man. Yeah, misdropping when you are going full send this high can be quite problematic. Okay, Knighting does find the solve there. Fortunately, this is during a squeeze. So it's not like Knighting wants to send too many attacks anyways. defends one line to relieve that pressure from being at the top. And for a player like knighting, that one line will be a world of difference, because it can maximize that IRS. Have to do it a little bit less, and gives you a little bit more room to apply pressure here. Just take out Grass Pelt. This is going to be close. I feel like Siolika doesn't have that bad of a board for survival here, and Grass Pelt might be able to revive, but Knighting can put on a little bit of pressure here and maybe force the top out. It's going to be close. Looking like they're going to get the Tizago top out? Maybe. I think Tizago might be able to stall here a little bit. Just got to make sure you get the line clear. Oh, okay. All right, this is going to be really close. Siolika gets the high stakes, and Grass Pelt is denied. Grass Pelt is, like, right there, too. Oh, that was unfortunate. So, Knighting takes it, barely, with the Aquarius. If Grass Pelt managed to come back there, it would have an empty board, and it might have been able to put on a strong, even a solo zone there to put on pressure against Knighting. All right, so good game. Yeah, if anyone has played 2 games already, if you could let Liam hop in here for a round. Tizago can sit out. Thank you, Tizago. And this will be the last round. Oh, how nice. I think all 3 of the players that played 2 games already are in spectator slot. Oh, maybe not Shrompy, but... Alright, so, Liam, do you need the room code? It should be pinned. Here, I'll ping you with it. Oh, okay, found it. Very nice, thank you. Woo! Welcome in, cute data. Is anyone else mesmerized by the smoke in the background? You know what? Generally, when I'm not actually playing Tetris Effect, just watching, I mean, this is kind of what they were going for as, you know, the vision of Misaguchi is like, yeah, Nishihara San, the art director behind the game. They want the game to be just as cool to watch as it is to play, in a way, right? And if you're just, like, observing the game, and sometimes I don't see so many things, even, like, even Ultra mode. I remember watching somebody play Ultra mode at CTWC, and I'm like, look at all this smoke and all the cool effects happening that I don't normally get to see just because I'm so dialed in on what's happening on the board, right? But, yeah, as a spectator, if you grab your popcorn and just, like, enjoy the light show, it's super cool, right? Yeah, I was also at a Tetris merch activation event in Cleveland, Ohio, last fall, and we had some people playing Connected Versus on a big, like a pretty large screen, and a lot of people were watching, and it looks so cool. It's cool to spectate and see all the detail that you can't really appreciate sometimes when you're playing. I tried my best to appreciate it when I'm playing Journey mode. Especially if I'm playing on console where I'm already like a little slower anyways on a controller, and just listening to the music. If I have like a decent speaker setup, like, yeah, that synthesthesia that you get from Tetris Effect is amazing. Anywho, We have Knighting on Leo this time around, so going to mix in the invisible play. I think we're about due for it. There we go. And that did not slow down or thwart the team. I think the invisible mixed with like high stakes is when it gets a bit tricky, especially when the invisibility is extended. If you don't have time to capture exactly where all the long bars went and how to play around it, it can be tricky. Top high level players, especially if you're playing fast, can kind of like utilize that short-term memory to continue to stack quickly anyways, considering they're already moving so quickly, but it can be hard when there's another wrench thrown into it or another blitz. Grass Pelt 22 ready. Grass Pelt, shout out to Grass Pelt. Loves going for the alties, the impossibilitrices. I think Grass Pelt has a video on their YouTube where they have an impossibilitress on each level. That's their vibe. That's their zen within Tetris Effect Connected is going for those zone clears. Ooh, some rough misdrops from Knighting. Should be able to work through it with some clever T-spins, and that was a really quick down stack actually. No T-spins involved, just bringing it down. But you can bring it down with extra efficiency if that's the way you want to go as well. Ooh, pretty greedy T-spin there, and almost messed up the spin, excuse me. All right, some pressure from Knighting. They're about 2/3 of the way, so not over for the team quite yet. And Leo has counterplay. It's not like they're about to get giant pieces from Taurus or anything at the top. There's the high stakes potential, though. High stakes, there it is. High stakes plus the invisible, which is what I was mentioning, as that really will slow you down. So even if you can play invisible Tetris, it's going to throw you off. Ooh, nice IRS from Grass Pelt for that survivability. Gets a really clutch triple there. Anything is good to survive, and Liam's back into it at the bottom of their board. So this could be a huge team zone. Knighting's going to have to be playing... Yeah, Knighting knowing this, trying to mix in a little bit of defense. Is able to clear 2 more lines here. It's going to need a masterful defense, mixing in the super T-spin double. And also, the team's going to want to be sure to clutch a strong zone here. So that was 7 lines at the start. It's going to be dampened a little bit. So this should be pretty close. Although Knighting does have a few misdrops to start. That was clever. Just getting that Tetris given the situation. Going for a T-spin triple tower to try to maximize this defense. Gets it very nicely done. So making the most out of those misdrops. Gets another. Is that enough? It seems to be enough. Oh my god. Almost. No, I want that long bar. Knighting does stop out. I've been there. I feel like we all can relate to that. But, all right. GG's. That was a close game. Oh, no way to clear a line. Got ya. All right, so that should be our last game of the night here, I believe. So thank you, everyone, for participating. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that should do it for our community showcase tonight. Thank you all for participating. It was a blast. And so next week we should have classic score attack. Welcome in Double Bubble. GG's. Very nice to play to everybody. Be sure to join the Discord if you want to participate in the future at discord.gg/enhance. And yeah, great games. So we do teams every other week. So we'll do 2 weeks of 1v1 and then connected versus. So be sure to, if you are more interested in teams, be sure to stop by, I guess, 3 weeks from today. And yeah, when you join the Discord, get that community events role selected. And yeah, anything else? So find somebody to raid. I can't see. I probably should see if I'm gonna raid somebody. But yeah, we had some new faces tonight. I think Steel Sword, and this might have been Steel Sword's new first community showcase. So we're looking for new players each week. Be sure to stop by next Friday. Anybody can play. All skill levels are welcome. We'll match you with players around your skill level. Looking like the teams are continually readying up. They want to play another. You're welcome to continue to play in this lobby if you'd like. Alright, who's streaming? Monthly Tetris Masters January. I see Alex Thatch versus Eyeball. Seems like a good match. Anyone in the mood to watch some classic? I might actually lurk and watch for a little bit. So it'll be a true raid. Meanwhile, we got Liam versus Grass Pellet Smothers. Oh, there's me. But yes, I'm going to turn off the stream here on YouTube. Bye, YouTube. And bye, Twitter/X. And here on Twitch, we're going to raid Monthly Tetris. So thank you all for hanging out. Monthly Tetris. Welcome in, Annie. Coming out with us at Monthly Tetris. Seems like this was a pretty good classic match going on. So, all right, we'll see you guys next Friday. Be sure to join Discord at discord.gg/enhance and see you around. Bye-bye.